It's Friday night in Mississippi, where high school football takes center stage across the Magnolia State. That also means it's time for the Friday Night End Zone's Game of the Week on the Spirit Media Network. The Friday Night End Zone Game of the Week is brought to you in part by King's Daughters Medical Center, providing quality health and wellness in a Christian environment. By Mississippi Ag, Ag Up. By Centerpoint Energy, always there. By Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference. By Pole Chaps of Brandon. Need your business to stand out? Pole Chaps has you covered. By Vans Sporting Goods, online at vansoutdoors.com. Now let's head to the field with tonight's crew bringing you all the action right here on the Spirit Media Network.
You're up. Welcome you live to Hartfield Academy as we get on set tonight to make history with the Spirit Media Network. We get ready for the first ever home playoff game for Hartfield Academy. The Hawks welcome in the visiting Park Place Christian Academy Crusaders. It's playoff time here in Mississippi, and we're here for it live from Flowood as we welcome you to the broadcast area where we're all set up on top of the cold concrete bleachers. I'm Jason Scarborough, huddled in here with Jeff Eade as well as Logan Campbell. We good, guys? We ready to go?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we good? Okay.
We're good.
Hey, if you saw where we're set up and if it looks like we're cold, we are.
We are.
We're freezing next to the
Very
drum
cold.
line. Very cold.
And it's going to get colder.
And it's going to get colder.
But, hey, that's okay.
Logan Campbell's here. You can't see him. He's off camera, but he's running everything. He even took off the gloves to run this segment. But we welcome you here. It's Hartfield Academy welcoming in Park Place Christian Academy. And, Jeff, when you look at these two teams, it's really remarkable what Hartfield has been able to do when you consider the last two seasons. They had a total win total of 4. 4 total wins in the last 2 seasons. They're 7-3 this year. They've knocked off Tri-County, their cross-county rival. They're here in the playoffs, first ever home playoff game in school history. And this school is still fairly young.
It is, Jason. And, you know, it really is going to be a special season for them. Especially when you consider that the Hawks had one total win in 2017.
That's remarkable.
And so last year they're 3-8. Now they're 7-3, and they've already set school records, right? So it's just nothing but good going for them. Granted, the school just opened 7 years ago in 2012, but still there's something special brewing here tonight.
We talk about Park Place. This is a Crusaders team, Doug Elkins' squad. They're 5-5 coming in. This is a squad that has, or a program that bears a lot of similarities to Hartfield Academy when you consider that Park Place started in 2009. You heard Jeff mention Hartfield started in 2012. And this is a Crusader program that they found it a tough going to make the postseason starting out, but seemingly trending upward here in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's right. The Crusaders, they're making their 3rd straight playoff postseason, which is impressive when you consider that they didn't have a single victory back in 2014.
That's remarkable.
So, you know, for most schools starting out, that's when they shut it down. You know, they say, you know, we're not ready to have a program, but they didn't. They persevered and they stuck with it, and it's been paying off. And, you know, with the new system coming in, it's going to be great to see what they do this postseason. You know, will they step it up? You know, they've got some playoff experience, more so than the Hawks do.
That's true.
So it could be for a very good game.
You want to talk about field conditions before we throw it to break, our first break of the KDMC pregame show? If we could switch to the camera view of the field real quick, Logan. I want you guys to see kind of the field here at Hartfield Academy. This is a field that's taken a beating. Coach Jeff McFerrin told me that he's concerned about footing. He's concerned about turnovers, as every coach is. And you get a good look at the field there. You see some spots there, Jeff, where footing could be an issue tonight. We're going to hit 40 degrees before we get out of here tonight. A lot of rain came in midweek this week. A lot of rain came in last week. You've played in these conditions before. How much of a concern is it?
It's a big concern because you've got these pockets of puddles that have just absorbed and that have not evaporated. The middle of the field looks pretty good, but once you get to the outside, it's risky business. You've got the running backs are going to have trouble with their footing. You're going to have the quarterbacks who are going to have trouble with their footing as they roll out. So really it's going to be containment for the defense. But, yeah, the field in the middle looks good. So, I don't know. You know, the other factor is when the ball hits the ground, the ground's still wet.
Yeah.
Plus you have the night dew. So how's the passing game going to be? So there are a few question marks when it comes to the playing field, and I think it is going to be a factor in this game.
We'll see how much of a factor as we continue here in the KDMC pregame shows. We take our first 2-minute break. We'll come back and give you the impact players in tonight's ball game. You don't want to miss that as we get all set for Park Place Christian Academy coming over to take on the Hartfield Hawks. Back in 2 minutes here on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
Before digging in my yard, I always call 811 to have my utility lines marked, to avoid service interruptions or injury. As CenterPoint Energy says, it's better to call 811 now than 911 later. And if I suspect a gas leak, I leave the area immediately on foot and call CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe, remote location. Really?
CenterPoint Energy invests in its infrastructure to help keep you safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
The Mississippi National Credentialing Initiative, or MNCI, is a collaboration between the Mississippi Community College Board and the 15 Mississippi community colleges. The MNCI provides opportunities for students enrolled in credited career and technical education programs to receive national certifications. The premise of the MNCI is to connect education and industry for an improved Mississippi workforce. Students with national certifications often earn more than their counterparts without a certification. Visit mccb.edu for more information regarding the MNCI and career and technical education programs that lead to national certifications.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
You're back. But yeah, that's good.
And we welcome you back as we get ready for our Impact Players segment brought to you by the Garner Company. We appreciate Ty Garner jumping on. And we start with the visiting Park Place Christian Crusaders. They've got a wide receiver that, and he also plays a little running back. If he's given any daylight, Jeff, he is gone. They also have a safety you better keep your eyes on.
Yeah, Jason, the Crusaders have a really talented wide receiver and junior, Josh Jones. He's got six touchdowns this season, averaging 15.5 yards per catch. So that's important to get him some space and just let him operate. You know, the longest reception of the year so far before tonight is 70-yard reception. So that tells you what he can do with yards after the catch when he's given room to run. You know, defensively, Park Place has a dynamic senior Nick Butts. He's a safety. Yeah, safety. Keep that in mind for one quick second. He leads the team for tackles for a loss at 11. Yeah, safety. Okay, so lean into that. Let's lean into that for a second, because that means he's tackling the ball carrier from behind the defensive line. So you've got to have two key talents to do that. Speed and the great ability to diagnose and dissect the play, the offensive play. So he's done his homework, and he's just got great vision at safety. That's truly impressive.
Hartfield Academy, they've got a defensive lineman. He's as disruptive as Aaron Donald, and they've got a pretty good quarterback whose last name is very familiar to you and I. We got to see his daddy play. They resemble each other in a lot of ways on the field.
Yeah, senior defensive tackle Eli Gooden has been a one-man wrecking crew this whole season for the defense for Hartfield. He's gotten to the quarterback 5 times for 5 sacks, and he leads the team with 3 forced fumbles. That may come into play tonight, as we just discussed with the playing field. So he'll probably draw some double teams tonight. That hasn't stopped him yet. Now, on offense, we're going to be on cruise control.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know. I
mean,
you know, Ty, sorry, but we're going to be on cruise control tonight. That's right. Cruz Garner. Remember that name.
Nice name, by the way.
But he is a sophomore.
Yeah.
And he's throwing up crazy good numbers. You and I have been talking about this for a while, and Cruz does remind me and you both of Ty Gardner, his daddy. There's been a little debate on Facebook going back and forth talking smack. We'll have to ask him about that. Who's better? Who's better?
Yeah.
Well, Junior, you're a sophomore, so that remains to be seen. Of course, Ty never came off the field ever. He was on every team except punt. But back to Cruz. So Cruz is playing tonight. He's very impressive. He's putting up great numbers, and he's found the end zone 24 times, 18 through the air, 6 on the ground. He's going to be impressive as he gets older with this system. So there's going to be a lot going on tonight on both sides of the football. Both teams have great players, very talented players. I'm looking forward to the game.
And what's interesting, when you look at the backfield for both, especially Hartfield, I mean, there's not a senior in the backfield.
No.
You got Buckhalter, who's the Ole Miss commit or the Ole Miss prospect.
Yeah.
You've got Cruz Garner there at quarterback. You've got a couple other players in the backfield that are going to get some carries tonight. I mean, it's a fairly young backfield, so the future is bright for Hartfield Academy. And you look on the other side for Park Place, they have another sophomore quarterback, or we have another sophomore quarterback playing for Park Place tonight. So we might be seeing the future of the MAIS tonight.
Absolutely. And there's one more I want to note is Cooper Stroud. Now, he and Cruz, I almost called him Ty. He and Cruz got the Players of the Week, offensive defense, last week. Cooper Stroud's coming in. He plays middle linebacker. I think we're going to see a lot from him tonight, especially being in the middle of the field.
Should be a lot of fun when we come back. We'll give you the starting lineups and get Jeff's keys to victory. We'll have the kickoff for you as well as we continue here in the KDMC pregame show. Park Place Christian Academy here at Hartfield Academy night for the game of the week here on the cold bleachers of Hartfield Academy. We're back in 2 minutes here on the Spirit Media Network.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
Like hunting or fishing, Van Sporting Goods is a tradition that's been passed down through the generations. Since 1992, Mississippi's hunters have come to Vans to gear up for their favorite seasons. And this season is no different. You can't miss with the Loophole Optics. And find the perfect fit for the largest gun selection in Mississippi, featuring Browning, Benelli, Winchester, and more, plus accessories that take your outings to the next level. Van Sporting Goods, a name you know as well as your own.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge. It's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps. The wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Throw it out. All right, we welcome you back here as we get all set, and the Hartfield team getting ready to run out, as we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. And there's a look at the Hartfield Academy starters, and of course it starts on offense. You see there on your screen Cruz Garner, and then of course on defense we talked about the kid Gooden at defensive end, and so that'll be interesting to see those matchups here tonight. And now a chance to look at the Park Place Christian Academy starters, the Crusaders on offense. We talked about their sophomore quarterback, Bryson Shoup. So you've got two sophomore quarterbacks in this matchup tonight. On defense, we're going to be watching, we talked about him a lot, Nick Butts. We talked about him from his linebacker. He'll play some safety. They'll move into some cover too. Some nickel is what Coach Elkins told us. So they'll move him around quite a bit here tonight. So that's a look at the starting lineups here tonight as we get all set for Hartfield Academy and Park Place Christian Academy. If we can, let's switch to the shot if we can there, Logan, with the Hartfield Academy team getting all set to run out here. As you see the helmet there, the team's getting ready to run out. Keys to victory tonight for both squads. We told you about the field. It's going to suffer tonight as we get Jeff Eads' keys to victory for both squads tonight, brought to you by KDMC.
KDMC. So, yeah, keeping the plays to the middle of the field. We're looking at running up the middle, running up the gut. We're looking at slant passes to the inside. Anything you can do to stay away from the marshes on the exterior. on defense for both teams, you know, you're looking at Josh Jones. He's going both ways. He's going to be in the middle for Park Place. And then, of course, you've got Stroud right in the middle for Hartfield. So it's going to be a back-and-forth game. Here we go.
Park Place making their way onto the field. At the same time, here come the home standing Hartfield Academy Hawks, as we're set up right next to the drum line here tonight, and there's the fireworks as the Hawks. What a scene here. The first ever home playoff game between Hartfield Academy and a Park Place Christian.
Just looked over at me and she was like, fireworks.
Pretty good scene here tonight as the teams make their way onto the field. That gives us a chance to take one final 1-minute break as the teams get set to come out here. Back in a minute here on the Spirit Media Network.
Can't figure out where to stop for lunch or dinner? That's easy. Abner's of Brandon famous chicken tenders will hit the spot for you and your family. Abner's famous chicken tenders are unique because the fresh chicken is marinated and battered in Abner's own special recipe batter and then served with Abner's own special dipping sauces. You'll always get fresh chicken tenders, never frozen, and it's all made from scratch. Abner's of Brandon, located at 1480 West Government Street in Brandon. Like us on Facebook for updates and store information.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
With 2 boys, I know about suspicious odors. But CenterPoint Energy taught me something important. If I smell rotten eggs, it might be a gas leak. I should leave on foot immediately and call both CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe location. I also never store flammables like paint or gasoline near my natural gas appliances. 1 spark is all it takes to ignite fumes.
CenterPoint Energy provides tips to help you keep your family safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
The Mississippi National Credentialing Initiative, or MNCI, is a collaboration between the Mississippi Community College Board and the 15 Mississippi Community Colleges. The MNCI provides opportunities for students enrolled in credited career and technical education programs to receive national certifications. The premise of the MNCI is to connect education and industry for an improved Mississippi workforce. Students with national certifications often earn more than their counterparts without a certification. Visit mccb.edu for more information regarding the MNCI and career and technical education programs that lead to national certifications.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
That's a wrinkle. Thought that was a cord.
You're back. That was actually really loud.
All right, we welcome you back as we get all set for Park Place Christian Academy taking on Hartfield Academy. Park Place has won the toss, deferred to the second half, is what we're told. So it will be Hartfield Academy on offense first. And it looks like that's going to be Buckhalter back to return this kick, as well as number 3, Eric Short. As we welcome you here tonight. Kicking off here is going to be, I think that's going to be number 55 for the Crusaders, and it's going to be 55, Dylan Jones. So off we go. A low kick. It's going to carry out of bounds on the far side, close to the 30. And that's where the Hawks will take over. 1st and 10. It'll be a penalty, too. It'll give great field position here for Cruz Garner.
Yeah, you know, something seems odd that there are a lot of pooch kicks, a lot of short kickoffs now.
I've seen a lot of that lately.
New things? Yeah,
I guess.
It's private school and public school.
I guess so.
You know, we used to do that when you didn't have a good kicker, but now it seems to be common.
Does seem to be a common occurrence. As here we go. First ever home playoff game for the Hawks. Shotgun formation here for the aforementioned Cruz Garner. Going to take the handoff right side, or give right side. On the carry is going to be number 44, Miles Matthew, the junior. 52nd carry of the season, picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Matthew go right around. The defense doesn't contain. He's able to gain 2 or 3 yards. Here's 2nd down.
I think they're going to call it right at 2nd and 5. We'll call it 2nd and 5. So the footing is going to be a concern. We did talk about that in the KDMC pregame show. Shotgun snap, a high snap. Looks like there was some confusion there between Garner as well as Matthew. That was a high snap there, Jeff, and Garner did a good job just to haul it in.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, thinking on his toes, I think it was a busted play, and he just tried to get what he could. Good effort.
Give credit to the defense there.
I was just about to say, yeah, the defense is doing a good job stepping up.
Dylan Jones, who kicked it out of bounds, came up with the tackle. We'll call it basically no gain, 3rd down and 5. So our first 3rd down of the night for either squad. Cold night here. We're going to get down into the 40s before this one's done, but we're here for it tonight. Garner rolls right, going to take off and run, and he's close to the 1st down and takes a pop right at the stick, and I think he's got the Mississippi Ag 1st down, and it is enough for the 1st down.
Great effort there, seeing where he had to go, and he got there in a hurry. You know, something else of note, Jason, is we're going to have to pay attention to the outside. The more they use it, the more it's going to get chopped up, and the less footing the running backs, receivers are going to have on the outside.
So 1st and 10 here. As Garner, he wanted to pass there, it appeared, but he just said, you know, I'll just take off with it. He's done a good job of that this year. Here's a handoff coming left side to Matthew, trying to pick up a block. He's to the midfield stripe, to the 45, to the 40. And it looks like, do we have a flag down?
Yeah, we got a block in the back here. If you'll see coming up here on the KDMC replay, as he makes his way out to the flats, there's the handoff. You'll see right here at the bottom of your screen, number 9 gets blocked right there, blocked in the back. But it's a good effort, good play call.
Do you agree with the flag, though?
Yes.
Because we've
seen some,
been the participants of some really terribly officiated games.
Yes.
Let's just be honest.
Yep. But
we had
so
a lot
far,
of hankies and so on and so forth.
It's still early.
So they will mark it back to about the 35-yard line. The 1st down to make is the 45 of Park Place Christian Academy. So it looks like 1st down and 20 as Garner's in the shotgun again. Straight drop. Time to throw. Now the pocket closes. He's going to take off and run, and he is hammered. Absolutely drilled. Coming up to make the tackle is Nick Butts, and we talked about him. He was a part of our Impact Players segment in the pregame show.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Garner trying to get to the outside and fake, and it just didn't work. Nick Butts stepped it up just like we predicted pregame. Great job by Nick Butts.
Unbelievable play there as It'll be second down and 18 now. Give credit to Butts. And you talked about the speed in the KDMC pregame show, and he comes up with the stop there. Second and 18 coming up here for the Hartfield Academy Hawks. Garner takes the shotgun snap, going to roll right. Time to throw. The pocket closes. Now he's going to have to take off and run, and he is corralled right at the line of scrimmage. Give credit there to number 55, Dylan Jones. The senior defensive tackle just eyed Garner the whole way and made the stop.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Garner roll out. He doesn't have anything. Everybody's covered downfield. So he tries to make something out of nothing, and is just clobbered. Park Place defense did a great job stepping up. They contained the outside. Very little gain to no gain.
We're going to say no gain.
Yeah.
Third down and 18. So on a field that we talked about the footing, and as the night goes on and the temps get colder, that footing is going to get worse as here's a run straight up the middle, but well shy of the first down. On the carry is going to be Willis. We'll see him quite a bit in this ball game. He's going to come in for Matthew quite a bit.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the offensive line do a great job blocking and executing. They just were coming up short for the first down. They're going to have to punt.
Into punt here is going to be number 12, Ross James. And James, the senior, averaging about 34 yards a punt. And to return this punt is going to be Brady Cruthards, the junior. We're going to see Brady quite a bit. Here's the kick. And he's going to call a fair catch, and he muffs it. And Hartfield comes up with it. Called the fair catch, and then lost vision of it here, Jeff.
Yeah, it's an excellent punt, by the way. And he calls for the fair catch and just muffs it, and Hartfield jumps on it for the first down. Here's an opportunity for Hartfield to get it in the end zone and take the lead. Or is Park Place going to stick with their defense that's doing such a great job tonight so far?
I mean, Hartfield had chewed up just about. We were at the 7:57 mark. Hartfield had chewed up nearly 4 minutes off the clock on that first drive.
Yeah. And that was an excellent run up the middle, by the way, on third down. Let's see if they stick with that.
And they do have Austin Willis back in the game at running back. He's to the left shoulder of Garner. High snap, play is stopped. Going to be a flag, more than likely, against Hartfield. When they stop the play, normally it's going to go against the offense. So our first turnover of the night, do you attribute that to the footing? Did he lose his footing or just lose it in the lights?
I think he lost it in the lights.
Yeah.
He's right there in the middle of the field, so it's pretty dry in the middle. It's not dry.
Yeah.
It's drier.
Drier.
Drier than the outside. I think more than anything, he lost it in the lights and misjudged it.
So first and 15 now as they mark it back at the 30-yard line. As the Crusaders turn it over on special teams, Garner, which wins to the near side, going to hand off, trying to sweep wide to the left, breaks a tackle as Willis is on the carry, and he's going to go out of bounds near the 25-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. So he gets the 5 back on the penalty.
Gets the 5 back, and here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see a lot of effort going as he gets the handoff and he comes backwards to go forward. That's a lot of
It's a
running.
long way to run.
It's a long way to run for 5 yards.
Second down and 11. We'll call it second and 10 and a half. Splitting hairs here. They did say he went out of bounds, so the clock stopped at 7:49. As Garner going to turn and hand to Willis, left side, picks up a block. He's to the 20, to the 15, lowers his head, and gets near the Mississippi Ag first down. Going to depend on the spot, as we will check on the mark here in just a second as they look across the field. What do you say, Dr. G?
I think he's going to be about a yard short, but not for lack of effort, because that was some hard-nosed football. He lowered his shoulder and probably gained another yard off of that hit.
For those of you watching on the live stream, we apologize if it's a bit loud in the background. We're right next to the drum line and right under the public address speakers, as it's going to be offside here against the Crusaders. So a couple of mistakes here. I mean, the defense has played fairly well here in the early going, but you turn it over on the punt return. and now you have a penalty here on 3rd down and short.
Yeah, they're just going to have to, the defense is going to have to keep their composure and focus. It is going to get colder, so it's still early.
They're inside the KDMC red zone as Willis going to take the handoff left side, breaks a tackle. Willis dives inside of the 5-yard line. He's close to another Mississippi Ag first down.
That's a great effort by the running back. The hole kind of collapsed a little bit there, but he was able to maintain his momentum and gain a lot of yards off that initial contact there. As you see on the KDNC replay, dives just shy of the goal line. I look to see a lot more of that middle lane running. The offensive line there in the middle has done a great job. You know, they're averaging about 250 across the line. And height-wise, they're all 5'10" and up. So Hartfield's got a good-sized offensive line.
High snap, handoff to Willis, lowers his shoulder. I think he's going to be short of the goal line, but I think he might have the Mississippi Ag first down.
Yeah, we can see on the KDMC replay, it just got shut down immediately. Park Place defense did a great job. And
they're going to say he's short.
Yeah.
I thought he had the first down, I'll be honest with you, from the second effort there, Jeff.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he got a good spot for the first.
So 3rd down and a yard right at the 2. Maybe even the 1.5. Shotgun snap to Garner. High snap. Garner says, I'll keep it and take it in. Touchdown, Hawks. And they break the wrapper on this one. And what else is new when you look at what Cruz Garner has done all year long?
Yeah, right here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see there's a little bit of a delay, and then he just takes it in for the touchdown. That was a great move, reminiscent of his daddy.
Sure he'll appreciate that shout out.
I blocked many a time for him making those runs.
Weston Adcock, the sophomore, he's perfect on extra points this season. The hold is down, the kick is away, and he remains perfect. 32 of 32 on the season, and the Hawks scratch first at 7-0 Hartfield on top of Park Place Christian Academy, as we will step aside here for 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Like hunting or fishing, Van Sporting Goods is a tradition that's been passed down through the generations. Since 1992, Mississippi's hunters have come to Vans to gear up for their favorite seasons. And this season is no different. You can't miss with the Loophole Optics. And find the perfect fit for the largest gun selection in Mississippi, featuring Browning, Benelli, Winchester, and more, plus accessories that take your outings to the next level. Van Sporting Goods, a name you know as well as your own.
Welcome you back at 7-0 Hartfield on the, we'll say officially, 2-yard touchdown run for Cruz Garner, as Hartfield takes advantage of the special teams turnover. Now the Hawks going to kick deep here. That's going to be Butts taking it on the return to the 20. Comes near side to the 30. Butts lowers his head and going to be pushed out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So good field position here for Park Place Christian Academy, the Crusaders. We talked about looking at both of these quarterbacks. Cruz Garner, a sophomore quarterback, and this Park Place Crusaders team are led by a sophomore quarterback in their own right, Bryson Shoup, 6'2", 200. He's thrown for 11 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions this year. Got a pretty good running back in the backfield with him, Josh Jones.
Yeah, Josh Jones is playing offense and defense tonight, so he's going to have a long night.
Of course, Park Place, they hearken to the model of Alabama with just the color and the numbers on the helmets. Handoff here to Jones, and he's got nothing. He's met immediately in the hole there by big number 74 for Hartfield Academy. We don't have a 74, so he will be the phantom defensive tackle.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Hartfield's defense just step up and block the holes and no gain.
Second down and 10 as there's no gain. As you heard Jeff talk about, here's the snap, handoff to Jones, trying to find blockers. Manages to muscle out near the 40. He'll be cut down at the 39. We'll call it a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see him kick it out to the outside. It's the yards after contact. He only got a couple this time, Well, keep your eye on him later in the game. He may pick up some more yards after contact. Good effort.
3rd down and 6 coming up. Back to pass is the quarterback here for the Crusaders, Shoup, and he shoots it low, incomplete. And now the Crusaders are going to have to punt this one away, it looks like. I don't know who he was looking for there. It looks like the receivers got crossed up.
Yeah, I think it was just they ran the wrong routes. But we were able to get a glimpse of his arm, and it was a decent pass, even though nobody was there.
Yeah. So now punting away. I think that's going to be Shoup. It is going to be Shoup that does the punting honors. Comes forward, right-footed kick. Not a very deep kick. Going to take a bounce for the Crusaders, roll inside the 25 and down to about the 21-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will take over. 1st and 10, leading 7-0. So 4:52. We're over the halfway mark of the first quarter. Do's and don'ts for both teams. What have you seen?
For Park Place defense, I'm going to say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, stay focused and don't make any mental errors, and you're going to hang in with this Hartfield team. Hartfield, keep doing what you're doing, but execute more efficiently. You know, the offensive line has got to execute their blocks so that Garner can either hand off and run through the gaps, through the middle of the field. I know we keep saying that, but we're going to have to because it's the driest part of the field. But Garner's going to have to keep his vision and find an open receiver. Let's see some passing from him. I'd like to see that.
He's in the shotgun, going to hand off to Willis, going right side. Willis trying to pick up a block from Buckhalter on the far side, and he does. We'll call it a gain of close to 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down coming up.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the execution by the offensive line making their blocks. And Park Place does a great job containing and keeps it to about 4.5-yard gain.
Second and 5 is what they're calling it on the field, so we'll go with that. 2nd and 5. And 7-0 here. If you're just joining us, Park Place forced a punt, then they fumbled on the punt return. Hartfield cashes in, and that's where we're at, 7-0. Here's a handoff, and shooting the gap there was Butts. He got in the backfield and totally disrupted that play, and I think the Hawks are going to be guilty of a hold coming up here.
Yeah, Nick Butts is going to have a long game tonight if he keeps this effort up. He's great effort rushing in the gaps and just shutting Hartfield down. Just a quick note, Jason. I haven't said anything lately about tight ends, but Hartfield's got I'm sorry. Hartfield's got a senior tight end that's 5'11", 200. He's got 2 receptions, right? Here's the thing, for 43 yards.
Wow.
Right?
It's pretty good per yard average, right?
Excellent, yeah.
It is going to be a hold. And give credit to Nick Butts, the outside linebacker, going to play some safety in their nickel package. He's the one that totally disrupted that play. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 20 coming up for the Hawks. Garner back to pass. Pocket breaks down, and Butts comes up with the sack near the goal line. What a play by Butts. He's been all that he's been advertised to be so far.
Absolutely. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see just everybody's covered. There's nowhere for him to go, and Butts gets there. Just gets to him. He just ran out of time. Cruz ran out of time.
3rd down and 28. Clock rolling as we approach 3.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Play clock down to 14 seconds. 7-0.
We're talking about we were talking about the offensive line executing. They've got to execute not only their run blocks, but their pass blocks as well. Look for a pass here.
Let's see what Butts does if he's going to eye Garner. Throwing from his own end zone. High pass caught. Now it's fumbled. It's fumbled. Is it recovered by Park Place? Did he get it before he went out of bounds? That is the question. Are they going to give it to Park Place before he went out of bounds? That's going to be the question.
Doesn't appear to be.
Oh, goodness. They did not give it to Park Place.
Well, let me just tell you, that was a great throw and catch for Hartfield. We're going to see more of that later, I guarantee you. You just got to hold on to that ball.
I thought it was a fumble. Looked like it was a fumble.
Oh,
Logan
that's
says
what I'm
fumble.
going on. That he caught it and then fumbled it once he hit.
Oh, wow.
So they called it incomplete.
So here comes Hartfield with the punt. And nobody back for Park Place. It's going to roll near the 40, be down at the 41-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders are going to take over. So a possible break that doesn't go the way of the Crusaders here. How do you respond if you're Coach Elkins? You got to be telling your guys, hey, that's all right. We forced a punt. And this is a tough Hartfield offense to keep in check. And so far, for the most part, this is a Park Place Crusaders team that's done just that.
Yeah, the Crusaders have really stepped it up a notch, and they're holding their ground for now. The question is going to be if they're going to be able to maintain that all night long. We'll see if their offense can step it up like their defense has been able to step it up and get some momentum going.
So let's see what the Crusaders come up with as you've got Shoop as your quarterback. He's got Jones, the running back, in the backfield. Low snap, going to turn and hand here to a big running back, brand new running back in the ball game. That's number 33 on the carry, Dalen Brown. He's one of the starting defensive tackles for the Crusaders. He actually loses a yard, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, not for lack of effort. He's a big guy. It took two and a half people to bring him down.
2nd and 11. That's not necessary. Not during the game. 2nd and 11 for the Crusaders. Twins to the left and twins to the right. Here's a handoff going left side. Looks like that's Jones and nothing to it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is all. It'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Crusaders.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the Hartfield defensive line just shut it down. They just shut it down. Let's see if they're able to pull off a 3rd down here.
Shoop, quick pass, far side, caught by Butts. Butts trying to pick up a block and manages to eke out just a couple of yards as he's going to be well shy of this 1st down. And now the Crusaders going to have to punt it right back to the Hawks. Clock continues to roll here. We're inside 90 seconds here in this 1st quarter of play. Hartfield on top, 7-0. Shoop is going to stand back at about the 30-yard line. Comes forward.
That was almost blocked.
He's almost blocked, and he gets rid of it. And it takes a little bit of a Crusader bounce inside the 30 down to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. So with a minute to go here in this 1st quarter, 7-0 Hartfield. They get the football back.
Jason, I'm just going to comment on that defensive line versus the offensive line of Park Place. You know, they're pretty even in size. Park Place's offensive line and Hartfield's defensive line are pretty evenly matched.
Garner going to hand off to Willis, who stays in the game, and Willis manages to push out to about the 34-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4 yards.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're just going to see that nice little delay and then a delayed handoff and the great execution by the offensive line for a nice 5.5-yard gain.
That'll bring up a 2nd and around 4 for your Hawks offense.
Last 30-something seconds here in this 1st quarter. Fast-moving 1st quarter. We're thankful for that because we're cold. Garner going to hand off right side to Willis. He's got the Mississippi Ag 1st down, and then met by a couple of defenders. Getting there first was number 9, Brady Cruthards, but he will have the Mississippi Ag 1st down.
What was interesting about that play, Jason, is that we saw good execution by the offensive line making the blocks. Here you go, the KDMC replay. The running back gave enough time for it to set up, and he was able to get the 1st down because of it.
So that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. 7-0. Hartfield Academy on top of Park Place Christian Academy as we step aside for 60 seconds right here on the Spirit Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge, it's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps. The wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
And we welcome you back as we open up this second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Hawks of Hartfield Academy as they lead 7-0. They cashed in on a special teams mistake by Park Place Christian, as it's going to be Garner trying to keep on the quarterback keeper, and he doesn't have a bit of room. Give credit there to big number 55 coming up, Dylan Jones there, make the stop.
Yeah, Jones is great camera work, by the way.
Yeah.
Jones is able to shut that down completely. Might want to take that out of the playbook for a little while.
By the way, I wish folks could see, maybe we'll do another video. Newman's right in front of us. Our camera guy, he's normally on top somewhere. He's right in front of us. Hey, Newman. Garner, quick pass far side. Buckhalter going to be tackled for a loss in the backfield as he spun down near the 36, and give credit to number 7, J.R. Henderson, the sophomore, comes up with the tackle.
Replay?
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Henderson not take the bait, stay in, and gets the tackle, ties him up, and the rest of his teammates come in and finish it off for the loss.
So 3rd down and
15-ish.
Right at 15 yards. 7-0 is where we hold here.
I really like the effort of this Park Place defense, Jason. I hope they can hold it up.
They played well so far tonight as Garner's back to pass. Pressure in his face. Garner going to go down. Garner sacked back at the 25-yard line, and getting there was Cooper Jenkins, the big sophomore.
Ready for you.
Jenkins came through on the KDMC replay. He just came through like it was his house. He could do what he wants. Unfortunately, Garner was unable to get out of the way.
28 and
That's his 3rd sack
big
of the
sacks.
season. He was tied for the team lead with 3 others, and now he leads the team in sacks with his 3rd here in 2019, and that forces a punt coming up for the Hawks. Punting away here. I want to say that's, can't see the number from here. I think that's James, and he punts it away. Not a great kick, but now it does take a Hartfield bounce inside the 35 down to the 30. So let's talk about this Crusaders defense so far, as now we're going to get to see the Park Place offense come back out onto the field. 7-0 with 9:47 remaining here in this first quarter. Who does the cold seem to affect more right now, the Hartfield offense or the Park Place Christian defense?
Right now it's been the Hartfield offense. You know, the Park Place has done a great job stepping it up, being the first round of the playoffs. And sometimes you see that. You have an okay season, but somehow you find it and step up come playoffs.
Shoop is your sophomore quarterback in the shotgun here. Steps back, far pass, far side, and going to be knocked away. And looks like there might have been some contact there. Short came up to knock it away. The intended receiver was number 7, Sewell.
Yeah, here on KDMC replay, you're going to see a nice pass to outside.
Ooh.
That's pretty close. Pretty close, but he was standing right there, so.
Jason, there's a spot on the commercial log.
Shotgun snap here.
With the Abners.
And going to hand off here to Jones. Jones going to be tackled. Looks like he's going to be tackled for a loss here.
Gooden in there on the play.
That's a long
Third down and 11. So let's see what the Crusaders come up with here. Still 7-0, tight ball game. And again, the difference in the game is a special teams mistake that was cashed in on by Hartfield.
That's right.
That's the only difference in the ball game right now. Shoop, your quarterback, sends a man in motion. Shoop fakes a handoff, rolls right, looking downfield, being pursued. Shoop now throws at the last second. It's caught! Somehow it's caught, and a flag comes in at the last moment. Let's check the marker, but somehow he found his intended receiver. I think that's Sewell. No, I'm sorry, that's Sykes.
On the KDMC replay, you're going to see him rolling right and looking, and everybody's covered, but he's just throwing for the first down, and he gets it, gets the reception. I don't know what the penalty call is. The back judge on this side of the field is the one who threw it, and the whole play was everybody was on the other side of the field.
Shoop has already pointed to Hartfield and said it's against them. Pass interference, so they don't get pass interference on the previous play. They get it here. First Mississippi Ag first down of the night for the Crusaders.
Okay, so they stepped it up on third down. They got the first down. Let's see if they can close the deal here in the second quarter.
Handoff here is going to be right up the gut, down near the 40. And so that's going to be Jones. And Jones, that's the most room he's had all night tonight. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the Crusaders keeping their momentum going as he runs right up the middle for the gain.
First time the Crusaders, if my notes are correct, that they've been in Hartfield territory. Here's going to be the jet sweep coming to Butts. Butts trying to pick up a block, can't get a block, and he's going to be tackled for possibly a loss as he gets near the 40. And he didn't have anything on the end around there. Couldn't find a block.
No, he couldn't find a block, and if he had just cut up right about there, just made it a little cut. See there on the KDMC replay. And here we are, third down again. See if they're able to step it up and convert it.
3rd and 5. Can this Crusader offense muster another first down and get into the end zone and tie this thing up? Shotgun formation for Shoop. He's got twin receivers to the right. Shoop got to roll to his right. Pressure coming. Shoop looks downfield, has a man. It is bobbled and almost intercepted as the intended receiver on the far side. I want to say that that's Butts, and it was. Broken up here on the near side by Harrison Fuller.
I'm not going to replay that. That's
one thing that was notable is they were able to pick up the blocks to give him time to throw. Unfortunately, they were unable to convert the first down.
Cheyenne got a present.
Looks like they're going to, okay.
Are they throwing little footballs at us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think one almost hit Cheyenne in the leg.
So it looks like it's going to be, I think that Shoop that's going to punt away again, and it is. Right-footed punter comes forward. Nice kick. Is it going to be down at the 5? And it is. Wow. Talk about the backspin. It just hit the 5 and just died.
That or the mud. It just hit the ground and just went thud. So Hartfield Academy is going to have their hands full coming out of their own end zone.
Backs against their own goalpost here.
And Park Place defense has been consistently good. If they remain consistent, then they could end up with some good field position right before halftime.
Here's the other thing. They have been able to get to Cruz Garner a couple of times tonight. Butts got him for a sack, and also Jenkins got him one time. So they've got a couple of sacks so far tonight. He's going to take this snap with his heels in his own end zone. Garner going to turn and hand off, and getting it hit immediately. I think that's Willis, and he's going to be tackled immediately by Jenkins.
Yeah, Jason, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see that just the lack of execution by the offensive line, and they're able to jet through there. If they're not careful, they're going to end up with a safety. The offensive line needs to step it up.
2nd down and 14. Ball placed at the 1-yard line. Give credit to the special teams unit moments ago that pinned it right at the 5. Clock continues to roll inside 7 minutes.
Are we going to see our first safety of the season?
Garner in the end zone, takes the snap. Handoff coming left, a lot of room. Willis get some space here across the 10, near the 11, maybe the 12. And he's going to be a couple of yards, maybe a few yards shy of the first down coming up.
Yeah, here on KDMC replay, kick out the end there, and the running back picks up another block. He's able to get another couple of 3 yards after his first contact.
Calling 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5 coming up for the Crusaders. Appreciate all of you watching tonight on Facebook. We apologize for some of the background noise. This is where they have us set up outside here under our tent. If you're here at the ball game, come by and say hi to us after the game. Garner in the shotgun, going to hand off, coming right side to Willis. Willis is popped. I don't know if he got the first down from the initial spot. He may have it. But coming up to make a lick is Josh Jones from the middle linebacker spot.
Josh Jones having a great game, which we talked about pregame. He was able to get the first down. But Josh Jones is all over this field, offense and defense. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see him pick up the first down. Excellent job blocking by the offensive line.
That's a pretty good lick there by Jones. I'm surprised that Willis was able to hold on to it, as he's going to remain in the football game, back in the backfield here with Garner. To the left shoulder of Cruz Garner. Garner going to keep it. Butts gets there in the backfield, and Garner going to lose a couple of yards as Butts looks like he came on the blitz there, Jeff.
Yeah, he came here from the outside on a blitz, and nobody picked him up, and Cruz is just fighting for his life.
That's the second time that Butts has gotten to Cruz for the sack. So Garner sacked again. It'll be 2nd down and 12 coming up as we tick towards 5 minutes to go in this first half, and it's still 7-0. Second and 12 as Garner is going to send one wide to the left, one wide to the right. Turn and hand to Willis. Willis is going to be stacked up at the line and then pushed back. I think he lost another yard. Getting there first was Dylan Jones, the big senior defensive tackle.
Here on the KDMC replay, Jason, you're going to see, again, Butts coming through untouched, shutting down the Hartfield Academy offense.
Going to be 3rd down and 14 coming up. They'll spot it at the 15-yard line. Boy, if you're Park Place, because these two teams met back on September 6th, it was 40-14, that final score, Hartfield over Park Place. And here we are standing at 7-0 with 4 minutes and change to go in this first half. Garner wants to go long, comes near side. Buckhalter has the size advantage, makes the catch, and Garner going to be tackled. Buckhalter from Garner going to make the catch, and he's got the Mississippi Ag first down.
Yeah, check this out. This KDMC replay here, you're going to see Garner with a nice pass on target. Great reception, turns around. He's a big fella.
Well, he's 6'3", going up against J.R. Henderson, who's 5'8", so you feel bad for Henderson there. So Buckhalter definitely with the height advantage there.
He's not just tall, he's 200 pounds. 6'3" and 200 pounds is a gigantic receiver.
Got a chance to talk with Robert Wilson, remember from the old Clarion Ledger days. Got to see our good friend Robert on the field before the game, and we got a chance to see Buckhalter, and he looks like a D1 prospect.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field. Go ahead, Jeff.
He's definitely got the size, and he'll definitely have the opportunity.
So timeout on the field. Hartfield wants to talk about it, and we will step aside as well. 3:58 in this first half. Back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Can't figure out where to stop for lunch or dinner? That's easy. Abner's of Brandon, famous chicken tenders, will hit the spot for you and your family. Abner's famous chicken tenders are unique because the fresh chicken is marinated and battered in Abner's own special recipe batter, and then served with Abner's own special dipping sauces. You'll always get fresh chicken tenders, never frozen, and it's all made from scratch. Abner's of Brandon, located at 1480 West Government Street in Brandon. Like us on Facebook for updates and store information.
And we welcome you back, as it'll be, I think that's the first time out of the half for Hartfield, looking at the notes here. So 7-0 Hartfield on top of Park Place Christian Academy. First round of the MAIS playoffs, and first ever home playoff game here for Hartfield. So after the timeout, going to be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Hawks. Back to pass is Garner. No, he's going to keep it here. Come right side and be spun down at the 45-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4, maybe 5. It'll bring up second down. So Garner following his blockers going right.
Absolutely, and that's the key. That's the key to gaining yardage. Garner's going to follow his block here on the outside and keeps his legs moving. And he's able to pick up another 2 or 3 yards after contact. That's a great run by Garner.
Second down and
6.
6 coming up. Clock continues to roll. Having audio issues, Logan. Getting some folks telling us that they're having audio issues, so let's get that corrected. Second and 6 for Garner as he's going to take the handoff here, and Willis going left side. Willis with a hole, and he's got the Mississippi Ag first down.
I do not have a replay for that.
So
yeah, it was nice to see that. That was a great run, and he delayed before on his way to the outside corner. Park Place is unable to contain the outside. He was able to pick up the first down. They've stopped the clock here. Official timeout. Looks like they're going to measure. I think he got it. I think he got a bad spot.
I do too. I thought he had it when he spun forward to the 40-yard line. So they're going to measure here. And we will check the mark here in just a second. Let's check.
I don't know their audio issues.
So now it is going to be a first down. Mississippi Ag first down.
Let's see if Hartfield keeps the momentum going and takes it to the house before halftime. That's what they really need. They need that momentum. But Park Place has done a great job tonight. I'd like to see if they're consistent the whole game. This is where your conditioning comes in.
First and 10 at the 40. Back to pass is Garner. Garner in trouble. Garner going to be sacked again. The Crusaders with yet another sack. And Garner pounds the turf. Can't believe it as he's sacked once again. And give credit to this defense here. It's coming up to make the sack for the Crusaders. As we look here. Nope, no replay.
Garner did a great job stepping up into the pocket. Unfortunately, the pocket just collapsed around him, and he had no receivers open. The secondary has done an outstanding job for Park Place.
Second and long is Garner going to turn and hand here to Willis, sweeping right, picking up blockers, gets inside the 40, down to the 35, maybe the 34. It'll put Hartfield in a manageable third down situation as we tick towards 90 seconds here in this first half.
You hear on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Willis take the handoff and follow his blockers. He slowed up a little bit. I think if he had a little bit better vision, he'd have gotten more yardage had he cut left instead of right. But, you know, Yogi Berra said when you hit a fork in the road, take it.
Third down and close to 5 is what we'll call it as Garner hands off to Willis, going left, trying to pick up a block. Can he get to the stick? He can, but here comes a flag. Looks like they're going to get short with either a hold or a block in the bag.
There may be a late hit on that as well.
It could be.
Replay.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see him just get out of reach as he makes the corner on the outside, gets the first down. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a late hit at least.
So maybe they offset and they replay
Probably
it?
offset,
I don't think so. Let's see. The officials continue to meet. And as much as we have been critical of officials, and rightfully so at times, this officiating crew has done a pretty good job tonight.
They have. They've done a great job. They've been consistent. I mean, you know, they missed one and then they made it up, which is pretty typical.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they've been very consistent.
So let's see what the flags are as Newman Kazari. There's no better camera guy. There just isn't.
I agree.
Than Newman. Great angle there. Going to be a hold against Hartfield. Then post play. You called it, Jeff. Looks like we're going to have a late hit. Dead ball against Park Place. So these should offset because if it was dead ball, it happened on a play that should have never occurred.
Correct.
So let's see if they get that right. And they do. They offset. Newman turns around and says, what? What are we doing? Did they result that in a first down? I guess because the late hit was greater.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that call, Newman? Newman says no, I don't like that call.
I thought they offset and you just replay.
That's what we thought. 1st and 10, the Mississippi Ag first down. Garner rolls right. Garner going to take off and run. Garner with blocks, cuts it back towards the middle of the field, and he's inside the KDMC red zone down to about the 19.
What a great run by Garner. Again, he had nothing downfield. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see him just get outside of the reach, makes the turn, cuts it back. Great run by Garner. Just shy of the first down. 2nd and 1. We got 45 seconds left. They call a timeout.
Timeout on the field. We will take it with them as the Hawks want to talk it over here. 2nd down is short coming up on the other side of this break. Back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
I just said that. We welcome you back as the second timeout burned here by Hartfield as they lead 7-0 with 51 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. And so 2nd and 1. Yeah, it was 45 seconds. They just added time on the clock here. That was weird. 51 seconds here in this first half. Garner, straight drop, wants to go to a fade route in the end zone, and it's intercepted by Park Place. Intercepted by Park Place as out-muscling Buckhalter is number 10 for Park Place, Josh Sykes.
Yeah, it was a great pass and catch, on the fade route there, as you just saw on the KDMC replay. I guess Ty does not go to the runner in football. It appeared to me that they both caught it at the same time. But apparently the official thought that Park Place was able to.
Now you've got a sideline warning penalty against Hartfield. So
we got 40 seconds for Park Place to go to the length of the field.
Well,
before halftime.
40.6 to be exact. When should we promo our halftime interview that we're slated to have? We haven't seen them yet.
Let's do that with let's see where we're at with like 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
15
okay.
seconds.
You got it.
They could take a knee.
What would you do?
I'd run. I'd run a couple plays, maybe throw a little slant to the middle of the field. We haven't seen any of those really from Park Place.
Shoup is going to take the snap. It's going to be kind of a lollipop. Now he's going to take off and run. His spins, manages to pick up about 4 or 5 yards out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Shoup did a great job. As you'll see here on the KDMC replay, looks like he had a busted play, and he just made the best with what he could. Rumbling, bumbling, spinning, tumbling, was able to get 4.5, 5 yards.
Clock is rolling. They may be content just to take it in at the half, down 7-0, because they're going to get the football to start the second half. And that's it. Park Place content to let this one go to the half, 7-0. And they will get the football to start the second half. And you got to give credit to this Crusader team. They came in heavy, heavy underdogs after losing the first meeting between these two teams, 40-14, back on September 6th in their first ever meeting. So they come over to Hartfield tonight, energy high, first ever home playoff game for the Hawks. Big night here at Hartfield, and Park Place says, we're not done just yet. They get the football to start the second half, 7-0 Hartfield at the intermission. Your analysis of the first half.
I think Park Place has really stepped it up. You know, coming in here 5-5, being the underdogs, obviously, like I said, they've got experience in the playoffs, and it's showing tonight. Park Place has really stepped it up. They've been consistent for the most part. Hartfield, it looks like their offensive line just hasn't been able to get their footing, literally. So at halftime, the offensive line is really going to need to step it up a notch. I think the coaching staff are going to make the adjustments. And we'll see if Park Place has the ability to have the consistency they had in the first half into the second half. It's going to be colder. They're going to stop moving and get warm in the locker room. They're going to come back, and it's going to be colder. The second half may be a totally different story. We'll have to wait and see.
They've only got 15-minute half times here in the MAIS. So tell you what, we're going to take a 2-minute break. Hopefully when we come back, we'll have our halftime guest. Yep, there he is. He's going to join us here in just a second. So let's take 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and we'll come back here in a second on the Spirit Media Network.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
Before digging in my yard, I always call 811 to have my utility lines marked, to avoid service interruptions or injury. As CenterPoint Energy says, it's better to call 811 now than 911 later. And if I suspect a gas leak, I leave the area immediately on foot and call CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe, remote location. Really?
CenterPoint Energy invests in its infrastructure to help keep you safe. CenterPoint Energy. Always there.
The Mississippi National Credentialing Initiative, or MNCI, is a collaboration between the Mississippi Community College Board and the 15 Mississippi community colleges. The MNCI provides opportunities for students enrolled in credited career and technical education programs to receive national certifications. The premise of the MNCI is to connect education and industry for an improved Mississippi workforce. Students with national certifications often earn more than their counterparts without a certification. Visit mccb.edu for more information regarding the MNCI and career and technical education programs that lead to national certifications.
Like hunting or fishing, Van Sporting Goods is a tradition that's been passed down through the generations. Since 1992, Mississippi's hunters have come to Vans to gear up for their favorite seasons. And this season is no different. You can't miss with the Loophole Optics. And find the perfect fit for the largest gun selection in Mississippi, featuring Browning, Benelli, Winchester, and more, plus accessories that take your outings to the next level. Van Sporting Goods, a name you know as well as your own.
And we welcome you back to the KDMC Halftime Report. Our special guest here, senior pastor at Pine Lake Church. He's Chip Henderson, and he joins us in the cold. I hate that the weather's not better. We couldn't bring better weather for you, but
deer hunting weather.
We do what we can. Man, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So let's talk about Hartfield and where this vision started, because, I mean, we look at where it's come from.
Yep.
It started with an idea, started with a lot of dreams and a lot of prayers, and now this is a football program that's hosting their first ever home playoff game. Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's a big night, no doubt, a big night, and a lot of prayers, and work has gone to get it to this point, but and God's been faithful in the midst of that, but a lot of hard work from families, from boosters, from the coaches and players. And it is, the school started with a belief that God wanted us to have a school where you could have the best of athletics and academics, but also the best of spiritual growth and development for our kids. And so, that's really what we're after, and we haven't compromised the spiritual side while at the same time developing the academics, and now the athletics are catching up. And so it's a great joy to be here and to celebrate this with the Hartfield Hawk family tonight.
When you look at the first half, all right, so we heard, I'll let Jeff tell this story. You're a former athlete in your own right now. we heard some stories.
In my own mind.
Oh, no.
We heard from
you got a little
friend.
reputation going on.
Yeah,
David Culpepper and I are having a conversation the other day, and he said, Chip's got a pretty good history. He's a heck of an athlete, back in Church League softball. Yeah.
In a former life, I guess you would say, right? That many moons ago. Yes.
And when you look at the first half, if you were the coach, what are you telling both sides? Because it's been a tight ball game, and coming in, when you look at the first meeting between these two schools, I mean, Hartfield had the advantage, had it pretty easily, and this is a tight ball game tonight.
Yeah, I think first game, from what I understand, the first few minutes of the ball game, Hartfield hit a few big plays, got up, built momentum early, and momentum's everything when you talk about high school kids.
Sure.
I think tonight it's been a dogfight. I think the battle is for the control of the line of scrimmage, is what I've seen, and it seems like the Hartfield defense is controlling the line of scrimmage on their side. You had a play down here at the end that could have made it 14. It's a big play for Park Place to come up with that interception.
Yeah.
I was standing down in that corner. Tough call. Either way, whichever way to call.
I told Jason, I guess Ty doesn't go to the runner in football.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Right. Maybe
right.
not.
But it's supposed to,
Right.
So
right.
So you can't fault that. The game is what it is. You got to keep playing. But my sense is that Hartfield's going to have to rely on getting the ball into the playmakers' hands, keep giving it to 3, 7, 2, and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for Park Place, they're going to have to find a way to get outside or to break a play deep if they're going to score at this point.
I got to know, and me and him have talked about this going to church at Pine Lake. Your schedule is so insanely hectic. How do you relax you got Hartfield, you've got Pine Lake, multi-campus church. What do you do to just chill out, just to unwind?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of things I do. I love being at home with my wife, my family, and that's a big thing. We sit on the porch, we drink tea, and that's just just chill and be still. The other thing, I like to work out a little bit, and so I running is sanity for me. Working out a little bit at the gym, and then my other passion is hunting. And so this time of year, really for me, is a time where, man, it rejuvenates me to be alone, be in nature. Whether I have any success, killing anything, it's really beside the point. Although I do enjoy that, but it's really just I'm using a different part of my brain. It's a totally different thing than what I do day to day, and so that's what recreating is for me. I work with my mind a lot, so to go play with my hands is a lot of fun.
It's interesting. You say you never kill anything, or you don't, whether you kill anything or not. I saw an article not too long ago about you killing a pretty big one. What was that like?
Well, God just smiled on me, I believe, is what that was like. But, just through the years, the joy of trying to grow deer and watch deer and let deer go so that they get bigger. And this piece of property I'm hunting right now, I had an opportunity to, run some cameras and see what's out there, and then just the patience to wait on a day, because on a big deer you usually get one shot. After that, he's going to win. And so, again, just with patience, and had some other things going on. The weather finally turned.
Yes.
But, and I think God was just gracious to me. Got in a deer stand, and 30, 45 minutes later it's over.
Yeah.
And so, that it just doesn't happen that way. That was just a blessing from God. That's what that was.
I want to know, does he go sausage or does he go deer steaks? I mean, what is it when you're processing it?
Look, I'm a sausage guy. We do a lot of sausage in my house, and that's the way to go. We can do steaks too, but you got to prepare that with sausage. You put it on the grill, and it's done.
So I want to go back to Hartfield for a second, because that's why we're here, obviously, and just the growth of the school. I mean, when we came the other day just to look and meet with the AD here and the head coach, I'll be honest, I did a baseball game over here just a couple of years ago, and it's grown even more just since then. It just continues to grow. And so for folks that are watching that may just be flipping through their phone right now, watching the ball game, and you want to say one thing about Hartfield, that maybe there's some folks that are thinking about moving here and sending their kids to school, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I would say that what Hartfield offers is, I think, the best of both worlds.
Right.
In terms of, you have some schools that are strong academically, but maybe not so much spiritually. You have some other schools that, they're just outstanding spiritually, but maybe academics is not their strong suit.
Right.
And so the vision of the school was, let's do the best of both worlds. We're trying to raise Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, Esther's. Kids that when they walk out of this place can go to any school in the world and compete academically, but also are leaders, that there's a confidence in them personally about who they are, how they handle themselves, to stand in the midst of anything in the culture and have an answer for why we live distinctively the way we live. That's the selling point of the school, and I think what's happened is, as that message has grown and gone out, and we've seen the product of these kids that are being turned out, the satisfaction of the families. I think that's what's happening. Is it's very attractive, and right now there are waiting lists for every grade. You know, as we're growing.
Outstanding.
I mean, it's outstanding. It is. And David Horner, the head of school, the board, those guys are doing an incredible job of maintaining that vision and continuing to work the process. And, you know, we often say you overestimate what you could do in 1 year, but you underestimate what you could do in 5.
Yeah.
And I think over a 5-year
That's
program,
great.
you just keep building, and then you look up and you've got a brand new high school and a turf field and, you know, hosting your first playoff game and things like that. And so it's just being faithful in those things day by day. And I think God is adding those families who are hungry for that type of environment and experience.
It's kind of reminiscent of what Pine Lake's history is kind of followed. They're following the same line. It appears they're following the same line that Pine Lake had. God has blessed them. You're following his lead and following his guidance, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. As you say, his kingdom, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not the literal his kingdom. It's on earth. You're following the path. You see the light on the path.
Yeah.
It's Psalm 119, 105. You just keep following that path, and everything's going to fall in line for you. And it looks like it's happening here at Hartfield.
Yeah, it is, and that starts with our head of school,
Yeah.
David Horner. He's a godly man, and, you know, there's some people say there's an it factor, you know, and who knows what that is. I heard a guy, Chris Hodges, pastor over at Highlands in Birmingham. You know, he preached a message, maybe even wrote a book, I'm not sure, but talked about it. And David has that. He just has the anointing, the favor of God. He's a godly man, and God's using him, I think, significantly here. But that's what it is. You know, you just continue to try to seek God's face, and you make decisions as best you can with the information that you have. And over the course of time, I think God does have a way of honoring that as you seek to honor him. We're not perfect by any stretch.
Right.
But I think over the long arc of time, the things that are being done have been done well. And look, the truth is, the desire of the leadership is to continue to improve, to continue to improve academically, to continue to improve spiritually, to continue to improve athletically. And I think if you come back in 2 or 3 years, you probably won't recognize some of the things on the campus.
Look, I'm being serious. We came out to set up last night as well, and we're just pulling out, and I'm like, that building wasn't here when I came to the baseball game, and I came over here. The
whole setup.
The whole setup
the whole
continues
setup
to
of
change.
campus.
I read something earlier this week that it was somewhere around 30 or 33 million had been awarded in scholarships to kids that come in at Hartfield, and I just thought, it started all with an idea and a prayer years ago, and you were a part of that, and now look where it is. How much satisfaction do you take in just taking this in tonight? How much satisfaction?
Well, there's joy in it. Look, my part was very small. I was a part of a team that was you know, praying about it and asking the Lord what he wanted to do. But there is incredible joy and satisfaction. When I look around and see, you know, hundreds of families and see these kids play, and not only the kids on the field, but all the kids playing around, you know, in the other areas, man, there are kids playing football and doing their thing, and girls and all the students, you know, that they're enjoying it. That, to me, gives me great joy to see, man, there's community.
Yeah.
There's community here, and that's the thing that gives me joy. And again, to watch, I've seen my daughter graduate from here.
Cool.
I know the product. I know what was invested in her, and I watch her now thrive in college, and I'm watching my son do the same thing. And so that's what gives me joy. You know, there's nothing personally that I've done, but it is to watch what the school has done and the way that the community has come around. Man, there's just a lot of joy in knowing that there's a light right here.
And Chip, I understand, and you're so modest and humble, and that's appreciated. You know, but the power of prayer is so huge that nobody is small. It's not a small part. It's a huge part. Case in point, our camera guy here, Newman, recently has a very close family member that found out that there were some health issues going on, and we immediately prayed for him, and it was 30 seconds
before we went on the air.
Before we went on the air that we got good news.
Amen.
I mean, it's like, you know, it's not because we prayed, or was it?
No.
That's not for us to know, right? Yeah. So the Lord is in control of everything that's going on, and he's got everything planned as you preach week in and week out in Colossians. You know, we're following God's plan. God's going to take care of us. And if it doesn't, that's still part of his plan, and it's okay.
That's right. You can trust him.
Yeah.
Scripture says you do not have because you do not ask.
Right.
The implication is if you ask, you receive, right? Seek, you find, knock, it's opened up. And so I do think there's something to us asking the Lord, but we ask with an open hand, right?
Right.
Say, your kingdom come, your will be done, not mine. And I think that's the key to prayer is surrender. and a conversation with the Lord. God, hey, until that happens, what would you have? What needs to happen in my life so that I'm prepared for this answer when it comes and as it comes, that I give praise to Him and don't forget. And so, yeah, I think that's exactly what you do. You trust the Lord even in the mystery of why He's not answering. You trust that the Lord is good, and we give thanks to Him. His faithfulness and His timing are perfect.
And you said this earlier too about people that just because you're the pastor of a church or just because you're a headmaster of a Christian school doesn't mean that everything is going your way. Right. We all have things that happen in our lives, and and the Lord's in control, and that's what we base everything off of.
I have to tell him this, and my parents, they were looking for a church.
Right.
I'd been going to Pine Lake. So why don't you come check out Pine Lake? So now my parents love going to Pine Lake.
Okay.
My 87-year-old grandmother that lives right outside of Hattiesburg watches Pine Lake on the Pine Lake app now. And she just sits there in her living room and watches a new series just about every week. She goes, I love these series that he does. and she loves them. So that talks about the reach of what Pine Lake is doing, changing lives, and talking about the life-transforming power of Jesus. And it's great. I just think that's an example there that Mom and Dad now go to Pine Lake because I said, why don't you come to Pine Lake? Looking for a church, and now Grandma watches Chip on the TV.
And see, for me, our dads were both PKs, and our dads were buds. I mean, they had breakfast every other week, it's pretty often, Dad passed away in 2005, but to see how things have grown, I know your dad is proud of you, and you're, as is your family and everything, but to see what you've been able to accomplish with not only Pine Lake but Hartfield, it's commendable. And I know it's the Lord's blessing, and I know you're humble, and you're going to say, but He has worked miracles through you to establish things like this, and that's commendable, and we're appreciative of you.
Thank you. Well, look, I feel blessed. God's been so good, and I want to be faithful to that. I'm thankful. Look, all the good things in my life, a lot of that comes straight from my mom and dad. They were praying parents. Look, if you don't believe in the power of prayer, my mom
preach that. Yes, sir.
So, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for that, and I want to be faithful in my time here. And look, I pray that our lives together really are making a kingdom impact together in this community.
Yeah.
So, man, thank you guys.
We know your time's valuable. Thank you for joining us.
We are so grateful.
We are so thankful that you had a chance to join us, and hopefully the Hawks be able to pull this one off here in the second half.
I hope so.
All right, Senior Pastor at Pine Lake, he's Chip Henderson, joining us here for the KDMC Halftime Report. We take 2 minutes and come back with the second half here on the Spirit Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
You often hear about Mississippi's best-kept secrets. If you're looking for the perfect place for your next weekend getaway or the just right setting for your wedding reception, look no further than the best-kept secret in Mississippi, the Cart Barn Inn. The Cart Barn Inn is tucked away in Bruce, Mississippi, less than 30 minutes from Oxford, and is a full-service bed and breakfast. Each room at the Cart Barn Inn is fully furnished, including flat-screen TVs, microwaves, refrigerators, wireless internet, comfortable seating areas, and docking stations for your smartphones just in case you forgot your charger. Enjoy breakfast in the morning or a nice evening walk in our privately fenced-in courtyard. Enjoy the game outside on our patio area or take a walk on our boardwalk to our private gazebo. Kay Tyler and her staff will meet every expectation during your stay. Call and book your reservation today at 662-983-7829 or log on to cartbarninn.com. Cart Barn Inn, the best kept secret in Mississippi.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge. It's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps. The wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
And we welcome you back, and just in time for action here.
What an opportunity. No.
Aaron Cockrell, appreciate all the positive feedback there. Shotgun here for Shoup as we start the second half. 7-0. Screen pass set up, and it's going to be incomplete, trying to hit Jones. Nice play design, but incomplete. Second down and 10.
Yeah, just developed a little bit too early and just not able to connect there. But you might see that a little bit later. Great job by the defense in closing in. He almost got a sack.
Shoup in the shotgun once again. He's back to pass. No, he's going to hand off. No, he's going to fake and keep. Fade me out twice there. Keeps it up the middle. Minimal gain. Might have picked up a yard. We'll call it third down. They may have given him no yard. Nope, they gave him a couple of yards. Third down and 8 coming up.
It just kind of closed in on him.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a good. 2 fakes were good. It faked 2 out twice.
Yeah,
and still unable to get more than 2 yards. Third down, we gotta convert if they're gonna do something. It's nice to see that Hartfield Academy's defense has stepped it up. They're shutting them down on this series.
Back to pass is Shoup. Shoup gonna roll to his left. He's in trouble. Throws downfield, and it's gonna be incomplete as he had pressure in his face right from the get-go there.
Yeah, he did. As we'll see on the KDMC replay, no replay. Well, as he's rolling out, you know, he just didn't have any choices. You know, Hartfield stepped it up in secondary, and he didn't have anywhere to go. And that's also a hard throw to make when you're running one way and having to throw it the other way, the opposite direction.
Yeah,
so
no
Park Place forced to punt.
So we're getting some things reconfigured here in our mobile press box. It's all right. Appreciate Logan Campbell hanging out with us and keeping us in between the ditches here. Here's the punt by Park Place, and not a very good punt at all, as it looks like Hartfield now going to take over with sparkling field position here as we get all set for the first offensive possession of the second half for the Hawks, as the drum line continues to roll here. You've lost a glove, Jeff.
I got it.
Anything but that.
That's crucial tonight. Oh, sorry about that.
Very crucial.
It is getting colder.
It is.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the quarterbacks react if they start throwing pass plays.
1st and 10 for the Hawks of Hartfield, as they'll have it right at their 40, right at the midfield stripe, right at the 49-yard line. Garner going to hand off. Looks like that's Willis. No, that's going to be Short in the ball game. Short turns on the Jets. Short still on his feet. Breaking tackles. He's gone. Touchdown. Hartfield strikes on the long touchdown run by Eric Short, the senior wide receiver on the jet sweep.
What a great run by Short here on the jet sweep, as you call it on the KDMC replay here. We're going to see him just take off, take the corner, fakes it up the middle, takes it to the outside, turns it up, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hartfield Academy. What a great play and execution by the whole team.
That's only his 3rd carry of the season and his first touchdown run of 2019. And the extra point is up by the perfect Weston Adcock. It's 14-0, Hartfield on top here in the second quarter. As we're back in a minute here on the Spirit Media Network.
Figure out where to stop for lunch or dinner? That's easy. Abner's of Brandon, famous chicken tenders, will hit the spot for you and your family. Abner's famous chicken tenders are unique because the fresh chicken is marinated and battered in Abner's own special recipe batter, and then served with Abner's own special dipping sauces. You'll always get fresh chicken tenders, never frozen, and it's all made from scratch. Abner's of Brandon, located at 1480 West Government Street in Brandon. Like us on Facebook for updates and store information.
14-0. Hartfield stretches the lead. It was 7-0 the entire first half. Hartfield took a 7-0 lead in that first quarter, and that's where it stood. And moments ago, the 50-yard touchdown run by Eric Short. And now that's where we stand, 14-0. Hartfield on top of Park Place Christian Academy. Now the Crusaders, they've had a tough go of it offensively tonight, and as the temp continues to drop and the dew continues to set moisture on the field, it's going to become more difficult.
Yeah, and we're still seeing the adjustments the coaches made at halftime. They've just got to continue to be consistent with their play and keep it's hard-nosed football. It's just you got to do the grind.
Shoop, your sophomore quarterback, they hope to get Josh Jones going here offensively. Shoop's going to fake, he's going to keep, and he's going to be spun down. Actually, that's Butts who took the direct snap, as he will be spun down after a gain of a couple, maybe three.
Here on KDMC replay, you're going to see Hartfield's defensive line just shut down every angle, and he didn't have anywhere to go.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Crusaders. Still looking for that first score of the night. They lost 40-14 back on September 6th. This game's been much closer. Direct snap here to Butts, and he had a hole that closed pretty quick. Got across the 40, close to the 41. It'll be 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, here on KDMC replay, you're going to see Butts still having a great game. Great execution by the offensive line, opening up the alleyway for Butts to get another couple yards. Here go 3rd down. See if they convert.
3rd and 4 is what we'll call it. And I see what Coach Elkins has done here, and I actually like it, going with a direct snap to his most explosive athlete, Butts.
Shake it up a little bit.
Takes the direct snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep, and he's in trouble. Now spins away and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. As coming up to make the tackle for the Hawks. Looks like that's going to be, I think that's number 8, Cooper Stroud, and it is. It'll be 4th down. Looks like Park Place is going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, KDMC replay, you're going to see Butts just giving tremendous effort as he has all night long. Will not go down. Still trying. They finally take him down. 4th down.
Dual return men back to return this punt here for Hartfield. Looks like that's Short and Buckhalter. As it's going to be, I think that's Shoop going to punt this one away.
Oh.
No, they're going to fake it. They're going for it. And they've got it for the Mississippi Ag 1st down and more. How about the bag of tricks here from Coach Elkins?
Wow, let's see if we got this on the replay here. KDMC replay here, you're going to see perfect lineup for a punt as they've done all night. He rolls out right, has the receiver down the field, perfectly executed. Don't count them out. I'm telling you, it's a playoff game. First week of the playoffs, you can never count anybody out. Even though they're 5-5, they're still going to make an effort, a totally different level of an effort, and you can contribute that to the coaching staff.
1st and 10 after the Mississippi Ag 1st down. As looks like Shoop is back in the game at quarterback. I think that's Shoop, and it is. And a little flea flicker here. Going long. Got 2 men out there, and it's going to be caught. Looks like that's Butts who came back for it. The pass was underthrown. And the Crusaders come up with the Mississippi Ag 1st down in the KDMC red zone.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see this nice flea flicker. Again, great execution, great play call. Totally unexpected. He came back to make the catch. Butts is having a great game.
How about that? Yeah, Newman turns and says they've done nothing all game. Now here's a slant pass behind the intended receiver, Cruthids. And that's going to be a complete 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, if he had not put a hand on that ball, it would have been intercepted.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Heads up play by the receiver.
2nd and 10, as this is just inside, or just outside the 15, right around the 16-yard line. 7:45 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Hartfield stretches that lead to 14 moments ago on the long touchdown run by Short, and now a fumble on the snap picked up here by Shoop, and he's going to have to eat it as he's going to be slung backward by Gooden. They've had trouble with snaps tonight. Some of the snaps to the quarterback have not been clean.
They have. And I wonder if it's just the field conditions, if it's cold, because even the center, you know, we always talk about the receivers aren't having a good grip because of the cold or the conditions, but often the center is neglected. They still have to grip that hand, and it's cold.
Third down, and we'll call it 12, just inside the 20-yard line. Trips come to the near side for the Crusaders. 14-0 Hartfield. Crusaders looking to score. Shoot to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to hit the intended receiver around the 10-yard line. Looks like he was running a bunt hook route there, and the intended receiver was number 10, Josh Sykes. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Here on the KDMC replay, let's see if he slips.
Looks like he did, didn't he?
Yep, he did. So we were talking about just to the outside of the middle of the field, it gets soggy. It's kind of a marshland. And receiver just slipped. Transversely, Hartfield Academy defense has got to step it up. They've had good coverage all night. The secondary's got to step it up.
So no surprise here with the field conditions. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 12. Shoot, play action, pressure coming. He's hit and sacked. Back at the 30-yard line. Coming up with the sack is number 44, Miles Matthew, the junior outside linebacker. And when you look at the replay, he never saw him coming.
Yeah, he came in untouched and just ran right over him. Right after we talk about them stepping it up a notch. On fourth down, turnover. Now, let's see if Hartfield takes advantage of the opportunity. If that's the case, then they quite possibly shut them down for good for the night. We talked about Park Place. Don't give up on them. You know, the defense has been very consistent tonight. Let's see if they remain consistent.
First and 10 for Hartfield. As Garner, your quarterback, takes a little pop pass here to the near side. And with a lot of room out in front across the 35 near the 36, it's going to be Short, who just took the touchdown run the distance moments ago. It'll be second down to Short coming up.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Short's burst of energy right here. As soon as he decides where he's going, he takes the cut up, great camera work, and just explodes. He gets contact and then still makes, 5 or 6 yards? So you got second and 3. That's a great run by Short.
Yards after contact have been big tonight for the Hawks as we approach 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Blitz coming. They hand off to Short, coming near side. Short with the Mississippi Ag first down and then drugged down and pushed out of bounds. The momentum carried him out of bounds. He will have the Mississippi Ag first down out to the 45.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the defense stringing it out, trying to contain. There's too many blockers. Hartfield did a great job of execution, and Short kicks it to the outside for the first down.
They give him the 46, and that's where Hartfield will set up shop. At this point, if you're Coach McFerrin for Hartfield, you're probably thinking, hey, let's bleed some clock here. Up 2 scores. It's getting cold. Ball's going to get more and more slick as the game and the night carry on as a handoff to Willis, who spins and cuts. And he's out near the midfield stripe and going to be pushed back. We'll call it a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 coming up.
We've got a nice 1-2 punch, as you'll see here on the KDMC replay. Now you got Willis running the ball, kicks it to the outside once he can't get any more on the inside. Then they're going to give it to Short, and then back to Willis. They got a nice 1-2 punch here tonight.
Second down, 6 coming up. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter, 14-0 Hartfield on top. They led 7-0 at the half. Got a big touchdown run from Short in the third quarter, early in the third quarter. Back to pass is Garner and pops this one a little too low, and here comes the flag.
Yeah.
And good sportsmanship here, but
oh, look at that.
Came up to nail Short, and I think they're going to get face mask to face mask contact here as we look at the replay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And their momentum was already going, but like you just said, what great sportsmanship. And that just follows what Chip was saying at halftime. They're creating character here, and that's character, and love to see that.
You hate that for Butts. He's had a great ball game tonight, and like you said, you can't stop your momentum at that point.
Yeah.
So after the penalty, should move this into the territory of the Crusaders.
You know, that's part of Cruz Gardner's youth is it just let it too far out in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's going to correct that as he gets older.
Oh,
That's
sure.
just, you know, something small.
So 1st and 10, they'll put it just shy of the 35 or right at the 35 in Park Place territory. Garner got a hand to Willis, sweeping left, trying to pick up a block, and he's got a pretty good gain here on 1st down, but a flag comes in on the far side. This could be block in the back or a hold.
You know, the KDMC replay, you're going to see him kick it to the outside, which is great. Park Place is unable to contain the outside, and he's able to gain 5 or 6 more yards. But it looks like it, yeah, got a holding call. So it's going to come back.
I'm going to say this. This is going to sound crazy. It's not the first time that I've said anything crazy. It's only 14-0.
Yeah.
If you get a stop here, you get the ball back and get it down in the red zone again, you've got an opportunity.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, it is 14-0, but really it's kind of more like 7-0 because they had that great opportunity on that muff punt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been back and forth all night.
Here's the hand or the carry here by Garner. Garner picking and choosing. Nice run here inside the 40. Gets some of that lost yardage back on the penalty down to the 36-yard line.
Now that's where you're going to see some Garner genes. I remember Ty running just like that. So what an outstanding run by Garner. And again, only a sophomore. He's got a great future ahead of him.
Second down, 11 coming up. This third quarter brought to you by the Garner Company, Ty Garner. We appreciate their support so much, as well as Buffalo Wild Wings here in Flowood. Appreciate them jumping on tonight. Second and 11 for Garner. There's the snap, a handoff to Willis, coming right side, trying to follow his blockers. Stays in bounds, smart play as he gets near the 25. He'll be short of the first down. It'll bring up third down and short coming up here for the Hawks.
Great play by the offensive line and great play, great vision by the running back to follow his blocks like that. Great execution. Great is a great word for the great night we're having tonight, by the way. But, yeah, it was smart to stay in bounds, keep that clock running.
Great job, man.
Isn't it great?
It's great.
Great night to do a great job.
I think my cherry Coke is frozen. That's great. Here's the snap handoff to Willis. Willis, boy, what a nice move there, and he takes a lick.
Absolutely.
As he's got the Mississippi Ag first down. Do we have another flag that came in? I think we do have another flag that came in. Or no. I thought I saw Garner look to the official and kind of say, what happened?
Here on the replay, you're going to see Willis just take a leap to the side and then get another few yards after contact. That was a great vision by Willis.
Okay. Well, I guess it was no penalty. They stopped the clock to move the chains. Mississippi Ag first down. Nearing the KDMC red zone here for the Hawks. As we are inside 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Garner wants to throw towards the end zone. Buckhalter one-on-one coverage, and it's knocked away at the last moment. Nice coverage here by Josh Sykes, the strong safety. A sophomore going up against the Ole Miss prospect there, and he knocks it away. Good play there by Sykes.
Absolutely, Jason. Sykes did a great job. Great coverage. Buckhalter went up for it, unable to pull it down.
He looks like a D1 wide receiver, doesn't he?
Yeah. He looks like he's standing 6 inches above everybody else. Not to mention about 50 pounds heavier than everybody else.
The official listing is 6'3", 200.
He's got to be bigger than that. He's a hoss.
Man among boys.
Yep.
He's lined up to the right here. Garner going to hand off. Willis coming right side and spins his way near the 15. They might give him the 14. It'll bring up third down and medium coming up.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see, again, good execution by the offensive line. As Willis cuts it back, he's able to get a couple yards. For you young running backs out there, that's how you do it. You follow your blockers. If you kick it to the outside, you get shut down. But when he cut back after following his blockers, he was able to get another 3 yards.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Hartfield looking to get some insurance here. Up 14-0. Garner turns and hands to Willis again, left side. Willis Muscles out inside the 10, maybe the 9. He's going to be close to the Mississippi Ag first down. Let's check the mark as we take a look at the KDMC replay here.
So good blocking by the offensive line. It opened wide out. Opened right up. Oh,
it's the cold, man. It's the cold, man.
Affecting my.
It's the cold. Newman's about to fall asleep out here.
Come on, Newman.
A quarter and 2 minutes. We got this, buddy.
All right, Jason, do you run a run and play like you've been doing to keep the momentum going, or do you give Gardner a little quarterback sneak for the first down?
I go with Cruz Garner.
I agree.
Yeah, 4th and cold as Logan says, he bobbles it and somehow manages to hang on to it, and he's going to be tackled shy of the first down. A high snap. Garner did a good job just to pull it in and managed to come up with it there.
Unfortunate missed opportunity for Hartfield Academy. That's what I don't like about the shotgun. I love the shotgun, I really do, but, they've gone away from the under center, and I think that's a perfect example of why you shouldn't go all the way away from under center. But he did get a good job at holding on to the ball, saved his defense a little bit of work.
So Park Place, can they muster some offense here? That's the question. With 1:15 to go here in this third quarter, as they'll take over just inside the 10-yard line, or right at the 10-yard line.
I agree with Chip's, assessment. They're really going to need a long play to build that momentum.
Handoff here is going to be, I think that's Dalen Jones, and he fumbles it. He's stripped of it. And the Hawks come up with the fumble recovery. On the recovery is number 2. Looks like that's Cruz Garner that came up with the recovery.
KDMC replay, you're going to see the strip the ball right there in the middle of your screen. Hartfield comes up with it. Unfortunate for Park Place.
Check that. That's Colton Bradley that came up with the fumble recovery. Well, again, the deeper we get into the night, the slicker the football is going to be. That's why you believe that Coach McFerrin wants to chew clock, which is what he did on that previous possession.
Yeah.
Chew clock, get an insurance touchdown. Your defense has played well all night. Get out of here with a first-round win. And what a scene it'll be if they can hang on to this.
Absolutely.
It'll be quite the scene. And we do have a timeout on the field. I think that we do have a timeout. I think the Hawks have asked to burn a timeout, so we'll burn it with them as we'll take a 30-second break. Back with more in a moment here on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
Back with you with a minute and change in this third quarter. I wonder what the temperature is. Can you check your phone?
It's cold.
Yeah. Logan says cold.
It's currently cold degrees outside.
The official professional.
All right, so you got 1 minute left in the third quarter. Again, don't count out Park Place. They still have a whole quarter and a minute to go. Defense has been consistent. If they can remain consistent, as we've been saying all night long, and they have been, they'll be okay if the offense can step it up a notch. But can Hartfield Academy close the deal here in the red zone?
First down and 10 for Hartfield. If they can get the touchdown, it should be some insurance here for the Hawks. High snap for Garner. Garner, not much doing. Give Park Place credit for the most part. They have held Cruz Garner in check when he wants to take off with it. And take your pick of Crusaders there that got there first.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the pocket just collapse around him. They're going to have to come up with some more plays that happen quicker, a quicker release, and they need to work on their snap. How many high snaps has he had all night? If he had good snaps all night, this might be a different game.
It could be. The timing has been off, and you got to say the weather's a part of it, you would think. Garner hands off. No, he keeps it, and his running back is absolutely blown up. And then Garner slips in the backfield. Major loss all the way back to around the 25-yard line.
Watch this KDMC replay. Keep your eyes on Gardner. He almost gets sacked here, but watch this move right there. And everybody stopped. What a move. That's the marshy side on the other side of the field we've been talking about, and his foot just stuck. And had it been dry, those guys would have been on the ground.
But guess who was there in pursuit? Nick Butts.
Nick Butts.
Kid's been everywhere tonight.
He's all over the field.
The end of the third quarter, 14-0 Hartfield on top of Park Place Christian Academy. We're back at 60.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
With 2 boys, I know about suspicious odors. But Centerpoint Energy taught me something important. If I smell rotten eggs,
Brandon
it might be a
Northwest
gas
is
leak.
one that
I should leave
everybody's
on
going
foot
to be paying
immediately and call
attention
both
to.
Centerpoint Energy and
You can find that
911
one.
from a safe location.
Yeah.
I also never store flammables like
that's
paint,
got playoff.
gasoline near
Earlier
my
I
gas
saw it was
appliances.
21-0 earlier.
One
but
spark
that's
is all it takes to
Yeah.
ignite fumes.
CenterPoint
Oh,
Energy
if it had been
provides
dry,
tips to help
if that
you
had been
keep
dry,
your family
5
safe.
seconds.
CenterPoint
yeah.
Energy.
He'd have walked in.
Always there.
Back with you as we open this fourth quarter of play. It'll be 3rd down. And a throw to Pine Lake from here, really. Is that safe? Oh, you got to love that. Go ahead, Jeff. Sing along. We open the fourth quarter, 3rd down and long for Hartfield. And a toss far side to short. Eludes one tackler, a second, and can't get away from a 3rd and 4th. It'll be 4th down coming up for the Hawks. What will they elect to do here on 4th down?
They're definitely going to go for it. But here on the KDMC replay, watch the yards after contact.
Yeah.
As he bounces it outside, you've got 1. There's contact. Okay, so there's 1 yard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6 yards after contact. That's incredible effort right there.
So it looks like they are going to attempt this field goal. Weston Adcock, the sophomore, 6 for 8 on the season. He's got a long of 44 yards. So this should be no problem around the 14-yard line, 24-yarder. Snap is back, and the kick. He slips on the kick. And is picked up in the end zone by the Crusaders, and it looks like they were almost tackled for a safety. They're going to be tackled at the 1. At that point, don't you take a knee in the end zone if you're Park Place?
Absolutely. And let's see on the KDMC replay here.
He
runs
slipped
it out.
on the
Doesn't
kick.
he get out of it? See, his knee, looked to me that his knee came out on the 6-inch yard line. Otherwise.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, they do say it went in the end zone, so officially he can't return it apparently.
Oh, I see. So it's like a kickoff?
Guess so.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we're making it up as we go here. So
Sounds
first
good.
and 10.
Sounds good.
10:59 to go, and now Park Place has an opportunity here. And we've got a score for you here. Oak Grove leads Pearl 28-0. Wow. Little 6A score for you. Shoop goes long, has Butts. He's open. He's got it. Mississippi Ag first down at midfield, and the Crusaders not done yet.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Shoop make a great pass. Fake there. He's got plenty of time. Offensive line did their job. Receiver does his job. Great route right at the 50-yard line. That's the big play that Chip was talking about that Park Place needed. And now let's see if they can take advantage of this opportunity at midfield. Some good field position for him.
Butts in motion. He's going to take the end around left side, makes a cut, still on his feet, spins just shy of the 45, and they're going to push him back. They may give him the 47.
Butts has been impressive on both sides of the ball. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see as soon as he bounces it out to the outside right here, he just cuts it right up. The athletic ability he's had tonight on both sides of the ball has been very impressive.
He's been impressive tonight. Yeah. He really has been. Shoop, your sophomore quarterback, going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep, and Shoop finding for the first down as he nudges inside the 45 to the 43. It'll be third down and short coming up for the Crusaders as it's 14-0.
So Shoop isn't a small guy either. He's 6'2" and 200 pounds. So that's impressive. It's taken 2 or 3 people to bring him down all night.
And he's a sophomore. That's what's so crazy. Third down and 4 for the Crusaders. Shoop's going to keep it. Shoop off the left side. He's got the Mississippi Ag first down to the 39-yard line. Clock will stop as they move the chains.
So on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Shoop taking players with him as he goes. We were just talking about how he weighs 6'2" and 200 pounds, taking 2 and 3 people to bring him down, and he's able to get the first down with that effort.
First and 10 for the Crusaders. Clock continues to roll as we tick towards 9 minutes. Shoot back to pass, pressure coming, screen pass, beautifully set up to Jones. Jones trying to pick up some blocks, and he's close to the Mississippi Ag. First down from the initial spot, I think he's got it.
Jason, let's give some credit to the coaching staff. These have been outstanding play calls all night long. Here's the KDMC replay, perfectly set up, perfectly executed, just shy of the first. No, he got it.
He got it.
He got it. Yeah, there you go. Great play call, great execution.
They're going to put it just inside the 30, right at the 29-yard line. So Shoop in the shotgun again as the Crusaders trailing 14-0. Shoop right up the middle. Shoop close to another Mississippi Ag first down. He might be a yard shy as he's near the 20-yard line.
So now we've got a 1-2 punch for Park Lane. Listen to me. Park Place Academy with Butts and Shoop. It is the cold. I can't feel my toes.
Can't feel my hair. Can't feel anything.
Shoop and Butts have had an excellent 1-2 punch all night.
Second and short. Shoop going to hand to Jones. Jones bulls his way forward for the Mississippi Ag first down. Clock will stop as they move the chains.
And we talked about Jones pregame, and he's been playing on both sides of the ball. He also is having a good night. You know, that's something unique about private schools because they're smaller. You got players going both ways. You don't always see in the public school.
Timeout on the field. Hartfield wants to talk about it. And you can hear on the other side of the field, how about the reaction from the Park Place Academy folks who have showed out to brave the cold and the elements tonight, as we'll step aside as well. 14-0. Hartfield on top of Park Place, but Park Place threatening back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
The Mississippi National Credentialing Initiative, or MNCE, is a collaboration between the Mississippi Community College Board and the 15 Mississippi community colleges. The MNCE provides opportunities for students enrolled in credited career and technical education programs to receive national certifications. The premise of the MNCE is to connect education and industry for an improved Mississippi workforce. Students with national certifications often earn more than their counterparts without a certification. Visit mccb.edu for more information regarding the MNCE and career and technical education programs that lead to national certifications.
Talk about a shutdown.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here with 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in this fourth and final quarter. First and 10 as they are inside that KDMC red zone. Park Place looking to score here and make this a new ball game. As Shoop, your quarterback, back to pass, wants to throw the fade towards the end zone, has Butts. It's bobbled and tipped in the air and intercepted by Hartfield, and trying to return it out of the end zone are the Hawks. What a play.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see great effort by both the receiver and the defensive backs. Hartfield Academy is able to come down with the interception.
I think that was Cruz Garner that came up with the deflection on the interception. And it was. I saw him get up and pat his chest and say, I'm okay. I'm all right. So he's good.
Great effort. Outstanding effort. Boy, that's a gut punch to Park Place.
Without a doubt. Under center is Garner here. Has an I formation. Going to turn and Looks like he's going to keep it. Garner grabbed by the jersey and pulled down, manages to squeak out 5 yards here as the Hawks are going to keep this clock rolling.
Garner going to come off the right side there, and he's going to get taken down by the jersey. Good effort by Garner. As we're talking over the drum line.
That we're set up right next to?
Yes.
You mean that one?
That one.
Just checking.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 for the Hawks. Under center is Garner. Going to turn in hand. And not much doing here for his running back. That's going to be Miles Matthew.
So here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see continued runs, grinding that clock down. Park Place Academy's defense is doing a great job trying to get the ball back to their offense. If they can hold them here on 3rd down, they're going to end up with some good field advantage for their offense to come back out. This game's not over yet, Jason.
It just seems like every time Park Place, they're destined to make a play, Hartfield comes up with a play of their own.
Yeah.
So you got to give credit to this Hartfield defense as Garner rolls to his left, throws against his body, and it's knocked down, incomplete, and that will stop the clock with 6.5 minutes to go here.
Again, that's just a hard pass to make.
Yeah,
when you're
no
running to your left and you're trying to throw right. I mean, it got blocked, but still, it's a hard pass to make.
And guess who was in on the play again?
Nick Butts.
Nick Butts. He's been everywhere. So now Hartfield's going to have to punt it from their own end zone. Ross James is going to punt with his heels inside his own end zone. And don't see anybody back for Park Place, which is so odd to me. And so the ball's just going to roll inside the 45, down to the 40, and be touched dead at the 39. So good field position coming up here for Park Place Christian Academy. They're going to spot it right at the 40 with 6:21 to go. So just a recap, first touchdown of tonight for Hartfield Academy came after Park Place, their defense had stopped Hartfield. Hartfield manages to get a turnover because Park Place fumbles the punt return.
Which is might be why they don't have a returner now.
So Hartfield cashes in at 7-0, and that's where we stood from the first quarter all the way till halftime.
Yeah.
We opened the 3rd quarter. Hartfield gets a big touchdown run from short, 50-plus yards.
Yeah.
14-0. Park Place comes right back down the field in the red zone, can't cash in, and that's kind of where we've been for much of the second half. Park Place has had opportunities. As here's Shoup going to pick it up and just run right up the middle. Shoup with the Mississippi Ag first down and more, running over folks. Shoup inside the 40, close to the 35-yard line with a Mississippi Ag first down.
Watch this replay, Jason. KDMC replay, you're going to see Shoup makes a lot out of nothing. It's just a bad snap. Again, cold fingers on the center, just like it for the quarterback, but he makes a great run, outstanding run, especially the yards after contact. He just refuses to go down.
Gain of 25 on that play, but he's going to be sacked here by Gooden in the backfield as Gooden comes up to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd down. And goodness, they're going to say he lost about 2 or 3 on that play.
Yeah, Gooden just came straight through there and just shut him down in the backfield.
Clock rolls as we're inside 6 minutes to go here in this contest. Hartfield looking to advance. The winner plays Pillow Academy on the road next week. Passes behind Jones, can't catch up to it. As Jones had some pasture here on the near side, but the pass was off target, incomplete, 3rd down to 12.
Yeah, watch the end of this on the KDMC replay. I mean, if you're not going to make the catch and you know it's done, you might as well hit somebody right here.
Boop, boom.
Might as well. It's a live ball.
I can see you doing that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's
just
good
after
football.
the play, I can see you doing that.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm here. You're there.
Might as well get a lick in. You know you used to do that. You know you did. 3rd down to 12. Shoup back to pass. Screen pass set up, and it's almost intercepted by Gooden. Boy, he read that one beautifully and nearly came up with the interception.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see another great execution by the Park Place offense, with the exception of how tall the Hartfield defense is.
Gooden, all 6'1", 270 of them, almost came up with that one. if you're Park Place, can't fault them here with 5:29 left in the contest.
Got to go for it.
You don't know how many more possessions you've got.
You got to go for it.
Here on a track that has held up pretty good considering the conditions over the last couple of weeks. Shoop, play action, back to pass, pressure coming. Shoop in trouble. Now just chunks it down the field. It's going to be almost intercepted and knocked away at the last moment.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Jason, it's probably a good thing he didn't catch that ball because now they're going to have the ball at even better field position as they change out. 5:21 left to go. They just got to keep running it up the middle, hold on to the ball. Offensive line continue to execute and run the clock out. Yeah.
Can you imagine the scene if this score holds and Hartfield comes away with their first ever home playoff win on the gridiron? What a scene it's going to be. And what a night it'll cap off. We had senior pastor Chip Henderson with us for the KDMC halftime report. I think he was a better athlete than he wants to let on, don't you?
He's so modest. He just is. Good guy.
Here's Willis. This could be the capper. No one's going to catch him. Goodbye and good night. Touchdown, Hartfield.
No flags on the play. That definitely counts. That's going to be it. Here at KDMC replay. Outstanding effort. Cuts it from the outside, cuts it back to the inside, and takes it to the house.
Unbelievable.
Great run.
Yeah, no doubt. He went to the right, then cut it back against the grain where he had all of the pasture in front of him.
And just outran everybody.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point is up, and just as he's been all season, Adcock is perfect. 21-0, another look at the KDMC replay.
So he takes a toss sweep to the outside, and he's running up the line, and then he cuts back against the grain, like Jason said, right to the middle of the field where it's solid field, solid footing, and he takes it to the house. Just outruns everybody.
21-0 Hartfield. And again, this was a 7-0 ball game at halftime.
What's it mean? Everybody's still here, Jason.
Yeah.
Everybody's still here. You've got 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But everybody that came to brave the cold is still here, wrapped up, bundled up. You got the little grove in the end zone there.
Yeah.
And even Park Place, their fans had a good showing, and they're still here.
And the drum line's still here, too.
Indeed they are.
I'm wondering how their hands aren't cold.
Because they keep drumming.
Oh, here's another muff on the kickoff return and picked up here. And out to the 30, and then going to be rudely met right at the 30-yard line is number 6 for Park Place.
See on the KDMC replay, I want you to watch it. Okay, so here's the muff. He picks it up. He starts to go to the outside. Watch his feet. He's going to like slide right there.
Yep.
And he just, he wanted to make a cut back to the left. It just isn't there. That side and the other side is just a marsh.
Summers on the return. He's going to be shy of the 30 is what they're going to say. So it'll be the 29-yard line. (42-7) Brandon on top of Northwest Rankin, Chris McDonald tells us. 5 minutes left in the ball game there, so Brandon looks like they're going to improve their playoff position. Here's a handoff to Jones across the 30 near the 32. They're going to say, nope, the 31-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 2, second down and 8. So if you're Park Place, you look at this ball game, and here's what we said in the pregame show. Both of these teams are still very young, roster-wise and just time-wise.
Right.
I mean, Park Place opened in 2009. Here's a handoff to Jones. He's met rudely in the hole there. Gets out to the 32, maybe the 33.
Yeah,
Park Place opened in 2009 and Hartfield opening in 2012.
Yeah.
And Park Place has made it to the state playoffs 3 straight seasons now. Hartfield is now hosting their first ever playoff game And here's, again, both squads are still fairly young. And you look at the Flowood community and the Pearl community, they continue to thrive and build. We're seeing something special, especially here in Flowood, but also there in Pearl with Park Place. There's no telling what we could see these two schools do here in the next 5 years. Going to be the end around the butts. He's going to pull up and throw. Has a man open and overshoots the intended receiver.
Yeah, Jason, neither one of these teams need to hang their heads about the past few years. Both of these teams have continued to grow. Park Place has had a very successful program in the past 3 years, as we talked about pregame. They showed up. This 21-0 score is not
indicative.
Yes, it does not reflect the effort of Park Place. They need to stand proud. They made a great effort tonight.
4th down and 8 is what we'll call it. Shoup is going to roll to his right. Throws downfield, has a man, and it's incomplete. Had him wide open off the hands of number 2, Walker Williams, the senior. And now the Crusaders are going to have to turn it over on downs and give it right back to Hartfield.
On the KDMC replay here, I think what you're going to look at is cold hands. When you're not used to catching the ball after the other, the run, and then you catch every now and then, even with gloves on, your hands are still cold.
No doubt.
I'll bet you he can't feel his fingers right now.
Logan just said in our ear he can't feel his. You gave your gloves away. No wonder you can't feel your fingers.
Tremendous effort. Tremendous effort by Park Place tonight, especially their defense. They held their end of the bargain, and Nick Butts on both sides of the ball, just being a hoss tonight.
Garner takes the snap from the quarterback spot, gets to the 30. He'll have a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2nd down coming up, and if you're Hartfield, got to be pleased with what you've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, sorry, Jason.
I was just going to say they travel to Pillow next week.
Yeah.
And that should be interesting. Boy, if they could come up with a win there.
Yes, keep it going.
Yeah. You talk to people in the community, they still feel, with Garner being a sophomore.
Yeah.
And much of the backfield, Joe Zalowski, the junior. You've also got, of course, Buckhalter is just a junior, the big wide receiver. Matthews, a junior, number 44. So you've got a lot of folks coming back for Hartfield.
And Park Place.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, Willis is a senior, and you can see how he runs the football. Why? He's been the bell cow tonight. 3rd down coming up here for Hartfield. But a lot of youth on both sides of the ball, so the future is promising for both Hartfield and Park Place.
One thing that's going against Hartfield is that they are losing a couple of their senior linemen, offensive linemen.
Garner back to pass. This could be the exclamation point. What a catch by Buckhalter. High pointed the football inside the KDMC red zone with the Mississippi Ag. 1st down.
Watch Cruz Gardner drill this pass. Perfect. Drops back on the KDMC replay, and it's perfect arch. Right in the hands of Buckhalter, 6'3". Nobody else can get up there and get it.
6'3", 200, he's a junior. I mean, that's just not fair.
I tell you what, I've been very impressed by Cruz Gardner's abilities, and especially as a sophomore. It's just ridiculous.
No doubt.
He, to me, he's earned the right to talk some smack a little bit, but he's still got some growing to do before he steps into those big shoes of Ty.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mean talking smack in his own house.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Father-son smack talk.
He can't talk smack to Ty just yet.
Not yet. But he's got potential. He's got a lot of potential.
I think the first playoff win was important. Yeah. You get your first playoff win, then you can say, okay.
Yeah.
Now we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
And Ty played on this field. This field used to be University Christian.
Yep.
And transferred out his senior year to come to Brandon. So he does have experience at a private school ball.
Yeah. Garner's going to go under center here. Ace backfield. Turns and pitches to Willis. Right side. Willis trying to get the corner. Going to be tackled out of bounds. On the far side, they will stop the clock at 59 seconds here in this 4th and final quarter.
So here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Park Place Academy's defensive line still containing. They're still giving effort, driving him out of bounds, stopping the clock. You know, they're not giving up. This is it for those seniors, and they're still trying, still giving the effort, and that's commendable.
3rd down and goal outside the 10. As you got to think that 2-down territory, Hartfield is going to go for it twice, or run it twice.
Yeah.
Turn the pitch here to Willis. And Jersey is going to be in the washer tonight. It's hit that turf quite a bit tonight. Coming up to make the tackle here is Henderson from the cornerback spot. Loss on the play back shy of the 20. It'll be 4th down and goal from that spot. Clock rolls. The play clock is at 25 seconds, so there's about a 12-second differential.
We'll go ahead and get this in here, Jason. It's been an excellent night, even with the cold weather. The fans showed up. Players showed out. The amount of effort both teams gave. Tremendous halftime interview with Chip Henderson. Another outstanding
timeout here for Hartfield. Go ahead.
Just another outstanding KDMC Mississippi Ag game of the week.
21-0. You've got a timeout here for Hartfield, and we will take it with them. 21-0 with 13 seconds left. We're back at 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
Back with you for the final 13 seconds, as it'll be 4th and goal right at about the 17-yard line. And Hartfield just going to line up here, run a play, and they will escape with a 21-0 victory. We say escape because this was nip and tuck there for a while. 7-0 at halftime. Hartfield took advantage of a muffed punt return to start the ball game. In the first quarter, they scored, and it was 7-0 from the first quarter on. And that's where we stood. Garner with a turn and handoff to his fullback. Looks like that's Matthew. He's going to push forward to the 14. Well short of the line to gain, the goal line at the 14. They'll turn it over on downs with 7 seconds left here in the ball game as Park Place gets one more crack at it, maybe 2. And that'll do it, as we'll have quite the scene here at Hartfield in their first ever home playoff game, and it will be their first ever home playoff win.
Why not go for a double reverse pass? You know?
You would call
that.
that.
I would. Yeah, why not?
You would call that.
I've enjoyed their trick plays tonight, too. They happen just perfect. Been a tremendous job by the coaching staff, especially the adjustments at halftime.
The future is bright for both teams, but tonight it belongs to Hartfield Academy. First ever home playoff game, and the Hawks will soar into the second round with a 21-0 win over the Park Place Christian Academy Crusaders as the final horn sounds. And that's going to do it here tonight, 21-0. Hartfield over Park Place. And give credit to Hartfield because it seemed like every time Park Place got close to scoring, I mean, they had opportunities in the red zone.
Yeah.
They had opportunities to get back in the football game. And Hartfield would come up with a stop defensively. They would come up with a score. They would do something, and they would make a play to turn back Park Place. So as much credit as we give the offense for Hartfield, and we should, you give credit to the defense as well for the Hartfield Hawks.
Absolutely, Jason. And, you know, it's the effort and the coaching staff doing a great job, the effort by the athletes, and, you know, the fortitude to do what's right, work hard, like Chip was talking about, that they've tried to instill in these student athletes. You know, the leaps that this program has made in the past few years is tremendous and commendable to the headmaster and all of the staff here at Hartfield Academy. They're doing a great job with these young people. And likewise for Park Place, you know, they never quit. They continue to play their best the rest of the night, and Hartfield came out on top. The game does not reflect the score and vice versa, as we've been saying. But Park Place doesn't need to hang their heads. They did a great job, and they should be proud of their efforts tonight. But congratulations to Hartfield Academy for going to the second round of the playoffs.
Big night for Hartfield, and we were glad to be on the call tonight as both the Spirit Media Network, Hartfield Academy making history together tonight, so that was a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for us. We're going to start getting out of here because, folks, it is cold. So we're going to start tearing down. We'll have the game for you on our Roku device. Tomorrow you can watch back on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube Live as well, and we'll get that for you. If you missed the halftime interview with Chip Henderson, senior pastor at Pine Lake, we'll get that out for you folks later tonight. Logan's going to put his gloves on and get started on that here in just a little bit. So, one final time, Hartfield 21, Park Place Christian Academy nothing. For Jeff Eade, Logan Campbell, Chris McDonald, Newman Kazari, I'm Jason Scarborough. Thanking Chip Henderson for joining us at the half, and Hartfield Academy for having us out here tonight. That's going to do it, folks. We'll see you next week from somewhere for our Game of the Week here on the Spirit Media Network. So long.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.